Recently, someone sent me a link to the complete show that we did in Belgium. Our very first show we ever did in Belgium in '85. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. The early years where we traveled in a car and truck. You know, those were memorable times. We did our first tour in the U.S. in a car with a paper with addresses and a map and phone numbers, because you didn't have cell phones, you didn't have pagers. You had to pull over and get on the public telephone and go like, hey, we're going to be there in about 20 minutes, or we might be a little late, whatever. First tour in Europe was the same way. They picked us up at the airport. They parked at this out in the city somewhere in the UK, in London. And they said, all right, who's gonna sign the rental agreement? Like, aren't you our driver? Oh no. And we're like looking around, and they're all looking at me. I was the oldest, so I was probably the only one that could sign the rental agreement. So it was me and my friend, our friend Doug Goodman, who happened to, who happened to be working with the T-shirt guy that was going to do shirts for us. So he went upstairs, and the both of us signed the rental agreement. We gave our driver's license and all that stuff. And then he handed us a map. He goes, just follow the signs for Centrum whenever you're heading to a city. And we're like, looked at Centrum. He goes, that's usually the city center. And we're like, oh, see you when you get back in a month. And we're like, so we went down to the bus. We all looked at each other. It's like, all right, who wants to drive? We're driving an English bus. I'd be getting into cruising up, in the fourth gear, cruising gear, right? And then we'd sit there and say, you ready to switch? So he would sit in the seat, you know what I mean? I'd stand up while I'm driving, stand up. He'd sit in the seat, you know what I mean? He'd put his foot on the gas, and then I'd slide out, and then he'd just continue driving in fourth gear down the Autobahn. We just did it. Everything was, hey, we want to do this. Okay. You know what I mean? We get in a car, and it's like, we don't have a car, we don't have a bus, we don't have that. I got a car, let's get a truck, let's go. It seems like yesterday, but it was such a long time ago.